Hello, Andrea. I'm Ronisha.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. What are we going to talk about today?
Work. My
What's
work
going
is
on with work?
stressing me out. I'm pretty much overloaded. I recently had a transition into a leadership position.
How's that going for you?
Not good. Not good. Initially, when I got the position, I did not have an assistant. And then there was a whole lot of stuff that happened with another department. I ended up getting an assistant given to me. And she really does not like her job. But I now supervise her, so.
What you mean by not liking her job?
It's not what she signed up for. She initially signed up to be an admin. And now the department that I run is not fit for an admin position. Ultimately, she has to have more interactions with the students, and she doesn't want to have those types of interactions with the students.
Okay, from my understanding, you have someone that didn't fit the job description that was initially given to her.
Yeah. And unfortunately, my job just gave her to me. And I have no choice but to pretty much work with her. And like right now, I'm going through working with HR to make sure that I do everything that I can to kind of hold her accountable. Really, my hope is to get her out of there because she's not happy and I'm not happy with her. And I need to get somebody else in there because my workload has increased immensely. I average about 60 hours a week working.
So with the stress level, like how's that causing stressors to you?
Well, it's affecting my kiddos. They're all preteens or teenagers, and they've all lost their everlasting minds. My youngest daughter, who's the youngest of a set of twins, has pretty much gone through this identity crisis. So she recently changed her hair. My other daughter has communicated that she is gay. So her twin is now gay. So that's now identity crisis with one, changing her hair. The other one's gay. And then the other two are off in space doing something. And everybody's fighting for my attention. I don't have time.
Okay, so what do you think will be a way that you can get time for the kids? Like through the job, what do you think would be a better way for you to get time for the kids?
Well, really the only thing that I can think of is I'm trying to figure out a way, or I have to figure out a way, to not work 60 hours a week and still get my job done and then still be there for my kids, which is probably the hardest part to do because I know that if I actually work 40 hours a week, my job will be affected.
I was about to say, initially, do your job require that you work 40 hours or is
yes,
whatever?
It's 40. I'm salary, so it doesn't, they don't, I always say they don't care as long as the job gets done. Like, honestly, I can work 20 hours a week, and as long as the job gets done, I'm fine. Being at a directorship position, though, it's so many things that I have to do, and not having an assistant to take care of some of those things. And really, like, she's not happy, so she's really not doing anything. Like, even basic admin stuff, she's kind of messing up. So I have to work 60 hours a week to cover my job and her job.
So that's where the stress is coming in at because you have to take over the responsibility of two positions.
Yes, which I actually did before she came on. I did it for over a year. And I could probably say that if I would have kept that up, I would have ended up pretty much in a worse situation, which is what I'm in now. Because I've been doing it for 2 years.
So would you think that it would be better if you would be able to work by yourself again, or get somebody more?
Yeah, I want to get someone else in there that actually loves the job, actually wants to do the job. I know there's a lot of things I'm up against. I'm a grant-funded program, so there's money that's involved. I'm under new leadership because my boss is new, so now I have to work with him. So it's a lot. I have to figure it out.
And you also have to have a trustworthy person there.
Yeah. At least somebody likes it.
Because, yeah.
If I work in people, When you work in people, you kind of have to like people.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't necessarily. It's not that she doesn't like people. I just think that she's used to doing a certain kind of work. She also has kids, and unlike me, I'll stay after to work. You know, I work over. I work the weekends. She's not doing that, whether the job is done or not. Like she'll actually
40 hour set.
like when it's 12 o'clock, she's closing her door for lunch. Doesn't matter if there's chaos in the office.
So, do you think less stress would be off of you if you were to have someone there that actually knew the job description and that will help you with less hours, work
Yeah,
your regularly
actually
scheduled
work
hours,
regular scheduled hours.
and
And
that
then
would give you time to focus more on the children?
yeah, that's yeah. That is the. I don't know. I don't know if my kids are just going crazy because of hormones or what. But part of the reason that I always worked a lot of hours, so I don't really know why they spazzing out. But I'm thinking this is maybe why. So work stress, yes. Life stress, hopefully, I guess.
What other stresses are there?
I think that my son, I'm getting emotional. My son's getting ready to go to college, so that's stressful. Just because it's gonna be different transitioning him out to college. So it's different having a 17-year-old. So that's stressful. I said, oh, God. I'm such a big ass baby. So yes, get him away to college.
Yes.
It's stressful.
Okay. So you got the stresses of the job, then you have the stresses of the other kids going crazy, the other four going crazy, and then you have the oldest child about to move out.
Yeah. Which is actually weird because it's funny because he's like trying to prepare me for it. Like you think before they turn 17, like I can't wait till they get out. Like I think I said that every year of his life. But now it's like, damn, like he's actually about to be out.
Yes.
And it's a lot that comes with that. Like teaching him how to be a man is hard because not having anybody around really and
You gotta. It's
being
like
worried about
a
it.
separational thing.
Yeah.
And you used to him being in the presence of you, and then he got to live his own life and grow into his own being.
And it's strange because it's like I know I taught him everything, and he's very responsible. It's really strange. He's ultra responsible. He keeps in contact with me and everything. I think it's just weird with him being his own man, like growing up and moving out and going to college. Getting him accepted to college was a big thing, but now he's accepted. Now it's like, oh shit, it's real. Like he really actually this time next year will not be in my house. And that's strange.
It's different.
So yeah, very different. So
And how do you think that will help? Like, what do you think that can help you relieve the stress from?
it's I think it's just a changeover stress. I remember like this time last year I was like, oh my God, I gotta hurry up and do this to help him get into college. And then once he got in, like I was like, okay, well once he goes off I'll feel better. I don't really think I'll feel better, I'll just feel different because he'll be out, he'll be settled, he'll be in school, he'll be doing his thing. But then it's a whole nother worry because like I've always provided his food, I've always provided like rides to places, like all of that kind of stuff. Like even the very basic things, he's gonna be able to do on his own, which I like that's what I want him to do. Get out of my pocket. At the same time, I'm like, get in my pocket because I miss you.
Mm-hmm.
It's just strange, and it's funny because I'm nowhere near empty nesting. Nowhere near. Like I'm nowhere near am having all the kids out of the house. But I think it's something about the firstborn. Plus I was 17. I was a kid when he was born.
So you
it's
grew up
like,
with him.
yeah, and it's strange. It's very, very strange. So,
It's an experience.
It's stressful. It's stressful. So, and then you become like I was, being stressed from work, being stressed with the kids, me being in school, which I haven't even mentioned.
So how is that going?
Shit. Excuse my language, man. I mean, it's going. I haven't stopped. Um, Anytime I don't get good grades, I'll be ready to drop out. When I see a C or a D, I'll be like, oh my God. But I work in education. I tell people all day.
You kind of have a lot going on.
Yeah. And I don't even follow my own advice about school, but I ain't gave up yet. And there's a lot of things keeping me in my job. I'm required to go to school. One of the...
Not being nosy, what degree are you pursuing?
It's higher, master's degree in higher education and student affairs. And that degree, like, working in higher ed, I've been working in higher ed for 10 years. I didn't even want to work in higher ed before I started working here. Like, it was a job. And I never thought that starting off asking questions or answering questions about financial aid would have got me to running 2 programs. And, like, sometimes I'll be at work like, damn, I'm an adult. Like, I have to come in and do all these things and manage all these people. But, like, now when I think about, like, with my son going out, it's making me look forward more. I don't want to do this when I'm 50. I really don't. And that's why I'm kind of doubting my degree program. Like, why would I get a degree in student affairs and higher education if I don't plan on being in higher education for the next 50 years? Like, and it means a lot.
So do you have a plan of what you want to do?
Yeah, I'm going to go on Ellen and get a lot of money, and that's the word. No, I don't. I think education doesn't stop. So, the way my student loans are set up, I'll probably just keep going to school. Get a different degree.
That's why I was just asking. Like,
yeah. I think I'm going to get my doctoral degree eventually. I don't know what that will ever be in.
I was about to say, since you said that you don't want to do it in education, so do you think that would be what you'll go for?
It's hard for me to say, because I think that the same reason why I got to where I am today, probably the same reason why I'll keep doing it. Opportunities open up. It's not what I want to do forever, but if the right opportunity comes and presents itself, then I'm probably going to take advantage of it.
I was going to say, do you think that, how old are your children?
My oldest is 17, oldest twins are 13, youngest twins are 11.
Okay. So with all the stresses that you have going on with your life today, with school, the children, work, all these stressors that you have going on, do you think that you will try to pursue or hold off until they get older? Or do you think that will be a better decision? Or,
well, I don't really have a choice. So part of me getting the promotion that I got was that I had to get this degree. So as far as like continuing towards my student affairs and higher education degree, it's going to continue. Like, I'm going to stay in it. Because if I do decide to not take classes towards that, I would have to come up with a plan with my HR department on when I would start back up. If I choose to change my degree, I have to check with my employer. Same thing. I can't just change. I don't have that leeway to be able to do it. They're paying for it, so that's the good thing. Good thing. Like, and I'm sure if I go to them and say, I don't really see myself working in higher ed for all my life, so I want to change my degree to something else, I would have to make it applicable to my job, which the leeway that I have would be in like maybe a master's or MSW, which I really don't want to do. But a master's in psychology or something related, some kind of counseling. There's a PhD program that I like. It's called Counseling in Higher Education. I know it sounds strange, but it's a counselor for older people, which is why I like it. I don't know, something about education that I like. So even with the extra work that I do, it's so funny. I recently started volunteering at Outreach for Homeless Youth, which is crazy because I don't even have time to volunteer.
Oh, so you volunteer and you got school and you got work and you got children and you're working 60 hours a week.
No. The volunteer work, though, is very, very, very meaningful because I work with a demographic of homeless people. Mm-hmm. And they all come to Ivy Tech. They get into this program that I sponsor. But what I found was that a lot of the homeless youth don't make it through Ivy Tech, and then I'm forced to have to let them go. Pretty much, because if they drop out, then I can't work with them anymore. So I got connected with Outreach, which is an amazing program that serves homeless youth. And they pretty much just asked me like, "Hey, how would you feel about coming to our center a couple times a month? It's only twice a month, 2 hours on a Wednesday, and just talk to our youth, counsel them, about education, things like that." So I'm trying to use education as a means for self-sufficiency. That's the basis of it. And it's meaningful. Like, I used to work for money. I still work for money. But I think now I kind of work for the fulfillment of it all. So I recognize that one day my kids will be all at the house, and I'll have a little bit more time on my hands. And I actually like working for a place like that. I really like it. It's
Can we pause this and just get back to it? Because they probably about to break it up.